What's up, YouTube? Just a quick update on the Chonda. That's what we've nicknamed this thing, is the Chonda, because it's a Chinese replica of a Honda, so it's the Chonda. But anyway, quick update on what's been done since the last video, because we did change a few things. So we'll start with the bad and then we'll get to the good. So the bad is, see that little bolt right there, it holds the swing arm on. That came undone on me while I was ripping down the highway. This nut right here came undone, and then the bolt shot through and the whole back end got kind of crazy. So I had to pull over and make that work until I could get some hardware and fix it up. But that was number one, and then number two is here, and I'll try to insert a picture of what happened. But the shock did a spontaneous disassembly, so I upgraded those. We'll get to that in a second. And so anyway, and then this thing has had vibrations and rattles that have been driving me nuts, because I just can't handle things that vibrate and rattle. So one of the things I noticed was the rear pegs. I took the rear pegs off because I don't plan on having any passengers on this little motorcycle. And once I took those off, there still was a rattle. And so I was banging around trying to figure it out, and I kicked the exhaust, and this thing was rattling. And if you remember, it came all the way out to here and rattle, rattle, rattle. So we took the bandsaw and cut the tip off to figure out what was inside rattling. And there's about a 3 or 3.5 inch, looks like a little catalytic converter almost, that was welded in. But the welds broke, and so it was just rattling around inside. Total garbage, lots of noise. So we bandsawed it off just a little bit closer to the bracket and just basically made her a straight pipe. She's nice and loud now. Pretty friggin' loud, but it's rad because the sound is cool with it straight piped. It sounds pretty mean. Then the next thing that I did was cheap upgrade, was the shifter. So I took that butterfly shifter off, and this is just like a $10 shifter from Amazon. And then, like I said, more vibrations, so I took the chain guard off because that thing was just vibrating its little face off. And I took the city stand off because, again, that was another vibration. So no more city stand, no more chain guard, no more rear fender, no more front fender. The exhaust has been cut way down, changed out the shifter, and then I put these shocks on that I got from Amazon. And they had pretty good reviews. The RFY shocks, I'm not sure specifically which model these are, but yeah, a little sticker here. But anyway, they are the 330 mil height, and that should be a pretty decent upgrade. And then next is the Nibby carburetor. So the bin of parts, the bucket of parts. This is the shock. You notice this one has the black sleeve. That one didn't disassemble. This one did. But anyway, so here's the stock carb. It is a little PZ20 with this weird thing on the side and stuff, and it came with the emissions and crap, and we pulled that off because since we're flowing more air out the exhaust, we need to flow more air into the engine. And that's where this comes in, this Nibby kit, and I'll link this in the description. The carburetor and the muffler. And so you can see the carburetor and the muffler here. Bolts up to the factory pipe. Again, I had to turn the intake around and face it forward to make all this stuff fit, but that's just fine with me. It tucks up there pretty nicely, looks pretty good. I'm digging it pretty well. Another thing I did was I took the back brakes apart and put some brake lube on the rotating mechanism, the cam I guess you'd call it, and then the lower pin, so that way the brakes open and close freely. And other than that, that's pretty much it in a nutshell for the upgrades and the updates. Let me go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the way real quick. And that comes on, and then pretty loud now. Alright guys, that's it for now on the Chonda.